What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on? So we are back again for another episode review of The Quad Season 2, Episode 2. The Interruption of Everything. Let me tell you something. No need. Look, girl, you out here trying it, okay? You are trying my nerves at the shit that you're doing. But you better be glad I'm just going to get her shit out the fucking way, okay? And I'm going to get Diamond out the way, too. So Noni, the episode picks up with Noni. We hear this rap. It's almost like a spoken word a little bit going on in the background. And then we see Noni, in the brass saxophone and getting her reed together and, putting her stuff together. And I'm like, bitch, what the fuck you at? You just gonna play your heart out? Okay. And if you listen to the words of the song or the words that are being spoken in the back, it's almost like a read and shade to her. Like you did all this stuff trying to cut corners to get ahead, but then it came back and bit your ass and all this stuff. And then we see Noni start playing and she's in the goddamn neighborhood disturbing the fucking peace. Granted, she's playing a good job, okay? But these people are probably hardworking people. They look like a middle class ass neighborhood. They don't really have the cops coming over there for nothing, okay? And you are out here disturbing the peace. The kids probably ain't even off to school yet, because Diamond ain't even off to work yet. He come walking out, and she just playing, following him, playing. I said, girl, I'm gonna knock your ass out. I was waiting for him to say some shit. Okay, he gets in the car, turns that bitch on, and turns up the music. And what is playing? The OJ's Backstabber. They smile in your face all the time. Wanna take your place. Some backstabbers. I said, bitch. No, you can't get no fucking love. This shit was so fucking funny. But later on in the episode, and he just drove off, had her looking stupid. So I'm just gonna assume that she been out there every fucking day ever since she got kicked off that team, okay? She trying to get back on. So after that, we see this scene with everybody's coming in for this conference meeting. Eva, the dean, the president. We got Carlton there. We have Diamond there. We have Jasmine Guy there. Dr. Caldwell. That's her character's name. Dr. Caldwell set the scene about what was about to happen. Okay, she said, Carlton was over there by the buffet plate. Okay, and she used a napkin or a handkerchief or whatever to touch the tongs to get the stuff. And she said, he gonna say something, you not too good to touch them things with your bare hands. She said, bitch, I ain't been sick. I ain't had as much as a head cold in 15 fucking years. You damn right I'm gonna put this shit, girl, what you talking? Okay? And then, they sit down, had a little meeting, and the whole thing is about, first of all, Eva come in there talking about her secretary wouldn't get off the desk had they not killed. She caught this mouse or whatever that was in there. And she was like, when I was growing up, and I guess she grew up in a farm or some shit. I don't know what the fuck. She said she used to play with mice as pets. I said, bitch, we don't do that around here. The lady that was eating at that table, she kept on looking up at her like, this bitch is crazy, okay? The whole damn time. But, the whole meeting was just about whether or not they're going to use the money from the reserves or whatever to pay Terrence people their money, okay, since they filed, I guess, the lawsuit or some shit to them for the death of their son. That whole shit is irking me. But the whole thing about that, it's just, they basically saying if we don't pay the money or if we pay certain parts of the money, the school is going to go into bankruptcy. Everybody's trying to put in their input, but Diamond is, just sitting there quiet, and he's talking about he's just processing. And I don't even remember what was said, but Eva snapped off and was like, we need to do something so we can go ahead and get this shit over the fuck with, because this boy death is taunting me, okay? She snapped a little bit. You had to have Dr. Caldwell come in and, take her for and distract her. She walk out. Next thing we know, we see Terrence, not Terrence. What is his name? The big the big giant. We gonna just call him Big G. Okay, him and Bojan, they talking, and he's trying to figure out whether or not to go see Carlton. I think his name Pettigrew. Whatever the fuck, Carlton. We just gonna keep on calling him Carlton. Whether or not to go see him, okay, or to go see, Taisha, talk about his grades, and, he eventually go to Carlton, and it's like, what are you looking for? Even Carlton was like, bitch, you fucked this shit up yourself. So you gonna have to man the fuck up, go talk to Dr. Caldwell, and get yourself back on the team or whatever. Because he's steady trying to cut corners. He's steady trying to cut corners. Later on, we see Dr. Caldwell come up in her classroom, and she's ready to teach. Sydney and Madison, they sitting up there kicking and everything. And next thing you know, Dr. Caldwell said, we about to have this pop quiz or whatever, first of the semester. If you've been up to date on your stuff, you should know. And all of a sudden, Madison is like, bitch, my stomach don't feel well. I'm finna go to the bathroom. And Dr. Caldwell was like, bitch, it's funny how all of a sudden you gotta go throw up when you find out we got a test. She said, all right, bitch, since you think I'm playing, she ran down there and threw up in that basket, that garbage can, and some of the shit got on her foot. I said, you know what? All of that would have just made me dismiss the whole class and say, y'all get the fuck up out of here. Get the fuck up out of here, bitch. I'm over it, okay? You do not do no shit like that. I don't give a fuck. She went up in that bathroom, and she trying to clean her shoes off and all that shit. And I said, girl, fuck them shoes. Burn them. Burn them, bitches, okay? Because they still ain't going to be clean. Even if you get that shit off of there, they still not going to be clean. And, she wiped the shoes off, and she thought she threw it up the paper towel in the garbage, but it went on the floor. Then Ebony comes up in there. I said, bitch, look at Ebony. Ebony is that. She washing her hands and stuff like that. Madison comes up in there and with Sydney. And Sydney keep implying that Madison may be pregnant. Okay? So when Ebony goes to throw her stuff in the garbage, she notices that the tissue was on the floor, so she picks up the paper towel and throw it in the garbage. Bitch, I said that's how your ass got it. That's how it fucking starts, okay? It starts like that. Now, earlier in the episode, when Big G was going to talk to Pettigrew, and he was over there with Bojan, Big Lil Trey, that's what his name, Lil Trey. He comes out with a tray of leftover food, and on the top tray was some shrimps from that buffet meeting that they had, right? And Bojan was like, let me get some. He took a couple of shrimps. I said, bitch, I don't fuck with that, okay? Y'all know I love me some shrimps. I love shrimps, okay? That is my ultimate favorite. But what I don't do, if I don't see where it's coming from, and I don't see who put their hands on it, I'm not about to touch it and not about to eat it like that. If I know it hasn't been cooked, okay? That shrimp that they be serving at them buffets like that, in the meetings or whatever, that's the shrimp that you let thaw out and you don't really cook like that. You let them thaw out and you just throw some marinara sauce on there and you just eat that shit raw or whatever the fuck. And he put two of them things. Bitch, you don't just eat anybody's stuff. Like, you just can't do that. You gotta be careful when you eat seafood, okay? And then at that moment in time, we see Eva going up into the fucking student health, and all these kids in there sick. Bitch, they up in there looking like, it was looking like St. Bernard fucking waiting room. Y'all, if you seen the video, you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. God damn, I said I was up here having flashbacks. I was up here getting my feelings. Because one of them said, oh my God, I've been up in here for hours. What's going on? I said, bitch, don't do it. Don't do it. Ashley, come back. I had to come back. I had to really step out for a second and come back because I was about to get angry all over again. But come to find out, it's a norovirus that's it's something that can be contagious. It's similar to the stomach flu, but it's very contagious and very aggressive. And so that's what was going on with that. The whole school is going down with the virus, and they got to quarantine everybody, and Sydney got to be taken to the house. And, you know, she's trying to tell her mama that she there with Madison, and she not trying to. I like Sydney with the relationship that she had with Madison. I hope they get this cleared up because it really wasn't Sydney's fault, even though I probably would have stuck around with my friend and probably risked it. No, I wouldn't. Let me stop now because I don't want to get sick at all. For me, it ain't that deep. But depending on the situation, I probably won't. Let me shut up. But, you know, she said, okay, mama, but at least just tell her that, you know, you told me to go, okay? She never told her. So of course Madison is in her feelings about this when, she finally do get a hold of Sydney. And it's understandable because she didn't know. She just thought Madison that Sydney left her. But we got Cedric and Ebony up in there making the music and shit like that. I was like, okay, so Ebony, that was you with that song at the beginning. At first, she said she wanted to do some empowerment type shit. You fall down, you get back up. What you on that Donnie Clerkland shit? I said, shut the fuck up, Cedric, and let her do her shit. Now, at first, Ebony was just sitting there like this. And he was like, you good? You good? He was like, every time I do a little headache or whatever, you can't be asking me if I'm all right. I'm all right, okay? It's cool, okay? Calm the fuck down. And I was like, well, damn, he was just asking you if you was okay. Calm the fuck down yourself. So after that, when they listening to the music, he started saying that it feel like it's spinning up in there. I said, Lord Jesus, because Ebony didn't touch that shit, so she didn't get the flu. Everybody else didn't get the shit. It's just disgusting. I can't stand shit like that. I'm already paranoid as hell already. I don't... Stay the fuck away from me. That's why I don't really like being around people like that. Because and I work with the public. And I got to handle public material. So you never know what's going on. That's what happened when I told y'all that shit in the earlier episode. When I was at work, a bug or some shit was crawling on me because it came out of a patron's bag. Okay? I ain't got time for that shit. Bitch, what the hell? You ain't finna give me nothing. Okay? So that was Ebony doing a little song. I said, girl, that was not about no goddamn empowerment. You was shading the fuck out of Nomi if you ask me, okay? But she flipped the song and she switched it. Later on, Eva is walking with this health inspector dude. They trying to figure out where did the contamination start. Girl, come to find out the goddamn freezer is fucked up. It's on the goddamn fritz. It's not freezing shit. And it comes from some spoiled ass shrimp. The shrimp that was in that motherfucking buffet that Lil Trey was having. I said, ain't that some shit? And then they was like, don't eat that ice cream either. And she said, well, damn. To get 3 more of these freezer, it's going to cost like $10,000 a piece or $100,000 a piece or some shit like that. Money that they don't have. And it's like, if they pay for this and then try to pay that settlement to Terrence people, it's not gonna work. Like the shit is just bankrupt and just damn near close down the school as it is. They don't have nothing going. They have to close down the kitchen. The vending machines are all it's empty because the kids done took everything out of there. You always got that one person that's going to come up with a hustle, okay? You got your dorm room hustler that got some Spam up in there. He got some ramen noodles up in that bitch. He got some kush he's selling on the side. He got ginger ale and shit. Bitch, he said, why you ain't come to me in the first place? When Madison asked for that ginger ale, he got the ginger ale, and it was the last one, and he said it's $5 fucking. And it was like, supply and demand. I said, bitch, you will take advantage of the fucking sick. That's what you gonna do. That is fucked up. That is just like when the hurricanes hit, Hurricane Harvey and them was about to hit, and we seen them posts where that water was about to be that water was selling for like $99. I said, what type of inflation ass shit is this? And then Bryce came through and was like, bitch, I will pay you $20 for this shit. I said, well, shit, Madison, you made a $15 fucking profit. Yeah, okay, off of that shit. Bitch, you better get your money. Okay. Ebony and Cedric, they still in there doing whatever the fuck they doing. At this point, they clearly both sick. Okay, they sick. I do like the fact that they are still friends. They came in. I don't think they was really knowing each other. They clicked when they first came in, and they still cool. And he looking after her. Then they almost got like this brother-sister relationship, and I like that. They give each other advice. They take it or they not, but I like it. Dr. Caldwell is at her in her class, getting ready for class. Eva come up in there thanking her for having her back. And she said, bitch, if you don't step your ass over there, I ain't been sick in a long time, you need to step over there. She's like, girl, I'm not sick, I'm just tired. That's all the fuck I'm in. And they was just discussing some things that they probably had to do. And I do like the fact that Eva does have someone that is visibly on her side, because it's always thinking as if, as soon as she first came in, people was just waiting for her downfall. Okay, and now she has an ally in her corner, and I like that. Big Bojan tried it. Okay, You come to Taisha's door. Taisha is already like, I ain't got the itis and I ain't trying to get that package. Okay, what are you doing? He said, you mean tell me you ain't gonna give me no soup or nothing? How come you can't give me no soup or whatever? Bitch, cause ain't no food. You go down and get your own shit. This motherfucker pushed his way up in her door and pulled all her shit off her bed and got on her bed. So you just gonna infect her ass, okay? But at the end of the day, Taisha didn't get none of this stuff, all right? So that's good. Some people just have a strong immune system to the stuff. Everybody else in the dorm room, even trying to go and check in on everybody, and they ain't got no food there, and it's just a mess. Latrey just passes the fuck out. I said, oh my goodness, help him, Lord, get up, Latrey, just get up, all right? He gets up. Well, no, he don't. No, he don't. They had to call the paramedics. The paramedics got him, and, he get better a little bit up in the hospital. Nigga probably was dehydrated as fuck. They all throwing up shit. They hungry as hell, cause they can't eat, bitch, and ain't no food coming in, cause they had to shut down the what to call it? Shut down the kitchen. Meanwhile, Diamond is at the little cigar bar or whatever. He meets up with Carlton. And Carlton was like, what's going on with you? You was up in that meeting. You was mighty quiet. You talking about something you processing. He was like, yeah, that's what I am. Processing, considering, doing all this stuff. And next thing you know, he get this phone call from the doctor saying that he's in remission. So now he's happy as hell. And his next mission is to get old boy who took his music. I said, okay. Then we go back to the dorms and we see Ebony and Taisha having a little conversation. Madison rolls up and, she was like, now, forgive me for my white ignorance, okay? What is the problem with having this other school or whatever come in and take over the white, that they don't want to happen? They was like, they don't want them to whitewash the whole program, because that's what they're going to do. They're going to come in, they're going to implement stuff, they're going to take credit for our stuff, the same thing that they did for Florida AM, and we're not trying to have to do that. We don't want that to happen. Now, I get where Madison is coming from. She looking at it as the perspective like, well, if it's money, it's money. We need money to keep the school open. We need money to fix stuff. We need money to keep people coming in, okay? And if we had partnered up under this corporation with this school or whatever to do this stuff, then we wouldn't be going through what we're going through right now. And it was like, it's deeper than that. You got to learn about what they do to black shit, and that's what Taisha and Ebony was trying to teach her ass, okay? Next thing you know, you got Sydney going out with that football player dude, or that, was he a football player? No, he was a frat boy, the one that we seen in season 1 when they was at that frat party. And Madison even said, don't you think it's a little bit soon? She was like, you don't have to worry. So they was in there just looking at TV, Netflixing and chilling. And then they get to kissing and shit. And I said, Sydney, my mind, you got to slow the fuck down because you're not ready. You're not ready. And sure the fuck enough, she was about to get in with him, and she keeps seeing flashbacks of her getting raped by Terrence. And so, she was like, I gotta stop. I'm not ready. And he was just like, are you okay? She said, quit looking at me with those I feel sorry for you eyes. Like, don't do that. Now just take me home. Meanwhile, her mom over there having nightmares and shit about Terrence. Bitch, that scene where she was walking to her car and Terrence walked up behind her in all black and said, pay my family that money, bitch. I said, wait a minute. The Grim Reaper is Terrence? What the fuck is happening? Okay, she done fell out the bed and shit. She just going through the motions. And she convinced Coach to take her over there to Terrence's family house. Talk to the parents to see can they get him a few more days before paying out the settlement. And can they understand what's happening. Bitch, Mama Berry said, you see what happens? Because they told him about, the food poisoning or whatever the fuck that's going on. You see how one person's actions affect a whole bunch of people. I said, bitch, you got your nerve. She said, mind you, before this, she said, I ain't got nothing else to do but to sit here and grieve my son. Now, Mama, I know you up here grieving. I know you lost your boy. And, sometimes parents be in denial about the shit that be going on in their household and with their kids or whatever. And that's exactly what was going on. Because Mama tried it. Mama fucking tried. She tried Eva like a bitch, okay? And I don't give a fuck if you lost your child or not. But what you won't do is be disrespectful as shit and try to play it off as grief, okay? You did that shit on fucking purpose, mama. Because at first I said, do they not realize that their son was a fucking sexual predator / rapist? Or are they in denial? And at first I was like, maybe they didn't know. But then when she brought up the whole situation with Sydney, because before that, the daddy said, why don't we put something up in the papers or some shit saying how good he was or whatever to buy a little time for the settlement to come in. I said, bitch, Eva was trying to hold that shit in up until Mama Berry said, bitch, did the girl who killed my son ever apologize? Because she the one who accused him of this shit. I said, bitch, what? And when she said she the one that killed my son, she pulled that trigger by saying that he raped her and all that stuff. I was like, Eva, go off. Go off. Eva said, bitch, how fucking dare. She was like, is she talking about my daughter? Is she talking about Sydney? She said, bitch, your motherfucking punk ass son raped my goddamn daughter, and you got the nerve to talk to me about some bullshit? Bitch, get the fuck out of here. I said, Sid, Eva, go the fuck off. Go the fuck off. It was deserved. She deserved that shit. She killed my son. No, your son killed himself because he's a fucking coward. Had he kept his dick in his pants when the bitch said no, that's when he would still be here. But he didn't. Okay, quit placing blame elsewhere and put it on your fucking son. That don't mean that you was a bad parent. That don't mean that you didn't teach him right from wrong. That just mean that he took that shit on his own and did these actions, okay? I understand that's your baby boy or whatever the fuck, but baby boy got to take responsibility for himself. Now, if he wasn't guilty, he wouldn't have did what he did. I said, Coach said, bitch, I would have did the same thing that you did. I said, okay, it's good that you had her back. Good that you had her motherfucking back. I said, girl, I would have slapped her. I would have slapped some fucking hair on her goddamn head. She was already fucking bald, bitch. You know. So, Big G, he went and talked to Dr. Caldwell, trying to get it, finally manning the fuck up and doing what he should have did in the first place, was went to the professor and talked to her about it. He failed his, midterm, so that's why he's off the team. Now, instead of just going over there, talking to her, he going all over to everybody else. And she was like, okay, you want to get back on the team? Go ahead. Let's take this midterm right now. He said, no, bitch, I feel that shit right now. She said, well, why did you come to me unprepared if you knew you would fail it right now? Because I wasn't prepared for you to give me a second chance. See, that's your problem. You should be prepared for a second chance. But okay, I'm going to let you go ahead and take this midterm again. But you failed it this time, bitch. It's over and it's done with. Meanwhile, back up in the dorm room, Bryce is up here looking for some extra sheets or whatever to get to a so-called dude in his class who then soil all his sheets because he's sick and all that stuff. And Cedric is like, what the fuck is going on? Because first of all, them are my sheets and you ain't finna take them. Second of all, is this what's really good, bruh? You sick as shit, but you been running around here doing shit for other people. It's for them people that came to the door at the hoods. I feel like Bryce is trying to get initiated into some type of secret society, little fraternity or whatever for the smart ass people, Alpha Phi Alpha, some shit like that. I don't know. But it's probably something like that, but worse a little bit. And they hazing his ass, okay? And so, he was trying to do that stuff, and Bryce wasn't really trying to hear that. Ebony was telling Cedric, I took your advice about the song, because that's what they were sitting there talking about when they was both sick. And, I went and reworked it, and it was a whole new song. And then kind of find out everybody's just not sick no more. Even though when they brought that cart of food up in there, finally, big girl that was like, y'all ain't get my diet Dr. Pepper. I said, bitch, you done took like 5 trays of sandwiches. Okay? You took a whole fucking rose. You don't need that. You don't need that. You need to go. Let me stop because that's not right. That's not right. That was the girl that was on Star, I think, who hung herself. That was the bully. Bitch, I said, okay, y'all better get these acting gigs, sis. All right. Put me on something. BET, I know y'all watching. Directors out there, I know y'all watching, especially y'all black ones. Bitch, I have a fucking unibrow, and it is bothering me. I gotta go shade this shit because I can see it. But anyway, so you got Taisha and Keisha, Taisha, Ebony, and Madison in the room. They eating a pizza and all that shit. The quarantine is over with. Sydney finally come in her scrubs and face mask and, you know, being a little bougie and extra, talking about some she don't want to catch shit because even if you done with the quarantine, you can still be exhibiting symptoms 2 days later and all that shit. And, you know, Madison had her little feelings, okay? She was throwing little shots at her because she was mad she wasn't there for her. But other than that, it was still all to the good. Noni ass still out here playing on Diamond's lawn, okay? Diamond, she was like, listen, bitch, I'm sorry, okay? I only did what I did to get back at Danny, okay? Because of what the fuck he did to my friend. That's what it is. And I had no idea old boy was going to steal your shit and do what he did to it. Diamond was like, okay, look, bitch, I'm done playing with your ass. I think about putting your ass back on the team. I said, that's all it took. Diamond, you's a soft ass bitch. All right. Next thing you know, we see Eva still having the same dream about Terrence, and then, you know, Sydney come up in there, she crying and stuff. Mom, wake up. Mom, mother, what is going on? Oh my God. I don't understand how you get through with all the stuff that you get through, because I just can't. She was like, bitch, I can't. Okay, I'm suffering too. Let's suffer together. All right? I said, oh. Because y'all remember, Sydney couldn't stand the fuck out of Eva in the beginning of season 1. But now they all close like this. That's a goddamn shame. It took her to get sexually assaulted. Let me stop. Anyway, that was The Quad, y'all. Another good episode. Y'all tell me how you feel about it. Bitch, they coming after Coach's daughter next week. I said, what the fuck is happening? But we'll see. Alright.